Hello and welcome to Gierok Farms. It is day number 2 of first crop. Yesterday we had a big day, so if you haven't watched that video, make sure to go back and check that one out first. But it was a solid day. We got about 46 acres done yesterday and we have 17 more to do today. So today should be a bit easier day if we don't have any breakdowns or any mishaps. Fingers crossed, everything's going smooth so far. Dad took off with the chopper. Mason's out there raking in front of him, doubling it up so the chopper has to make less rounds across the field. This morning I greased up the rake and the chopper, oiled the chain, so everything looked like it was good to go. So hopefully that's the case. Today I'm going to be on the pile, switching things up a little bit to keep it interesting, so none of us get bored, keep us all on our toes. So but the plan is I'm going to run a wagon out there quick, stage it for him, then grab a third one so that we can stay ahead of the chopper, keep him going. But it's going to be another nice busy day. Hopefully everything goes well, and by the middle of the day we'll be covering the pile. So hope you all enjoy the video. Let's get to work. Wagon number 1 is staged. I'm gonna hop in the 7510 with wagon number 2 and get that out there, and then we'll have silage to unload. First 2 loads are on the pile. Everything's been going pretty smooth so far. Mason, he finished raking that other field and then he's kind of helping out with the pile now. I think eventually here we'll send him up on the hill to get ahead of the chopper, but we got some time. It's looking like we're maybe a third of the way done with that. It's mainly the inside rows now. We got all the big long end rows done. I'm gonna hop in the 1066, get some packing done before Mason gets back with that next load. We like packing with the 1066 because of how heavy it is. There's a lot of weight in this tractor, a lot of iron. Those John Deeres are nice for getting up and on the pile with the four-wheel drive and the nice power steering. They're easy to get around with the boxes, but I think the 10's got them beat when it comes to just sheer weight for packing. It's a super handy packing tractor. As for the weather, the sun's really been shining. Yesterday afternoon we had a really sunny day, and then right away this morning the sun came out, and it's gonna get hot, really hot. So I think if anything, by the time we're to that last field, I think our hay might be getting a little too dry, but it should make some really good feed. I'm happy with how it's looking and how everything's going so far. So we are up on the hill now. Everything went good on the front end of the farm. Dad predicts that we got 4 or 5 loads here yet. Mason, he's got to head off to another baseball game, so good luck to him. Super helpful having him around this morning, but we should be able to handle things here now. We're on the downhill slope. Looks like the chopper's running smooth and tractors are too. before Mason had to leave, he was able to drop one of the empty boxes up here. So hopefully now I'm able to keep up with him with this longer trip to the pile. Now that we have one empty one sitting here, hopefully that can make it for the 4 or 5 loads and I don't get too slowed down on the pile. Keep the chopper moving. We're making pretty good time. We started right after milking, so about 9:30, 10 o'clock-ish, and now it's about 12:30, so we're making really good time, I think. Look at that. The last field for first crop is finished. Dad brought home the load that he filled last down to the yard with him, parked the chopper in the shed. He's probably unloading that wagon right now with the 75-10. I ran up here with the 74. Gonna grab that full wagon, bring it down there, unload it, and then it'll be time to start packing the pile and smoothing it up, making it real nice, and then it'll be time to cover it. So it's a pretty good feeling to see all the hay off the field. It's a nice visual aid of how productive we were over the past day and a half, 2 days here. Dang good feeling. The sun kind of went away too. They're talking chances of scattered showers and thunderstorms late in the day. Not any big chances, less than 20%, but even if it did sprinkle on us, or if we got a brief shot of rain, it wouldn't be any big deal, being we got it all on the pile. It actually wouldn't hurt if our hay got a little bit of water on it. This last stuff was getting pretty dry. In the 1066 packing, and the last load of silage is going on the pile right now. We're trying to make the pile like the top of a roof in a way where it slopes on each side, so that way water doesn't sit on top. If water were to sit on top, it's not the end of the world, because you know, the tarp would be sealed unless we were to puncture the tarp. But obviously, in case the tarp were to get a hole in it or something like that, we don't want water sitting up there. We don't want a flat spot or a dip. So we try to slope it the best we can to avoid that. And obviously, with Dad's years of experience, he's pretty decent at putting together a pile. There we go, the last load is on the pile. Now we gotta do some packing. Dad, he went to take that chopper box and put it away into storage for a while. Another thing we gotta do, we gotta grab our dump wagon slash feed trailer, whatever you wanna call it, and take some of that corn silage off the corner there. Once we get some feed for the next couple days, we'll have to groom it over into the rest of the pile and make it nice and even. I'd say it's really coming together. Can't complain. putting on an old tarp we had from last year. Just because we have it, we'll use it. Then we also have a new tarp to throw over the top, and we have a small third piece from what was left when we started putting the pile together. How wide is it?
Well, we're just under 40. The smart thing to check your width with a tape measure if you're guessing, because once you got a new roll opened up, it's kind of hard to undo it.
Yep.
So you don't end up with all the extra weight. So we got 32s, 40s, and 50. And then it goes up to 60 and probably even wider. But this is a 40, the tarp is. There might have been a little cut off. So this was what was on top of the hay last year. And we didn't put it on the corn. And I felt it was better to use it on the hay because over summer we could get hail. And we're doubled up right away. Because there's some tears in it around the edges and stuff anyway, but
well, added protection.
Might be a few pinholes in there from dragging it off. I feel we need more protection in the summer than we do over the winter. You know, it's kind of interesting. There's no wind.
Yeah, and it was windy all morning.
I mean, it was breezy, but it wasn't usually lots of wind. You need lots of extra help, or you have to wait till evening for the wind to die down or something. But
yeah.
I think we can get this ourselves.
Yep, it's just Dad and I. So hopefully the wind doesn't show up.
That hole there where that white thing is?
Another one.
They're all in the middle.
So we ran into a dilemma as we were spooling it out here. There's a bunch of holes. There's one, another 10 feet, there's another one. And we got one down in the end here too. And we're not even halfway yet. I told Dad that this is dumb because if we fan it out, there could be a bunch more holes, and we shouldn't be running around patching holes on a brand new tarp. It was all sealed, good to go. This is the center of the roll. So even if it was something we damaged in transport, it wouldn't be in the center, but not on the outside. So something with the manufacturer. So he's gonna call the dealer right now, and hopefully they'll just run us out a new one, and then they'll have to deal with the manufacturer and let them know that they got some problems with at least one out of their batch. So hopefully they get that out here quick. We got some other things to take care of this afternoon, so we'll probably tune back in a little later with you guys. New tarp is here. The dealer came out and brought us a new one and took that defect back. So we're back in business. Huh? Same thing. Yeah, there's one way in there too.
We're gonna cover them. We're not pissing around. Just put some duct tape on it. Hopefully it fits in the roll here and not everywhere. Now let them know. Good thing we got the other one on there. I think the other one's pretty good through the middle. What the f are you gonna do? I'm happy with it. And the whole damn pile's like that. They shouldn't be stopped.
finished putting together the pile, but sadly when we rolled out that new tarp or unfolded it, it had the same issue as the other one, but on the inside of the fold, so we didn't see it before the salesman left. Just in case you guys were having any issues, we'd be interested to hear about it, but the brand we're using is silo form. So I'm assuming they had a bad batch where somewhere along the manufacturing line they were leaving marks in the tarp. So let us know if you've had any problems with that too, but safe to say I doubt we'll buy another silo form brand again. That's pretty discouraging after a really smooth first crop and then have that right at the end, but at least we got it done, and Dad will be using duct tape later this evening, walking around out there patching things up, which shouldn't happen. Hate to end off on a down note, but overall it was a really good first crop. Thank you all for sticking to the end. Make sure to leave plenty of comments down below, and also make sure to check out our other videos.